What's going on, everybody? I am back with another Prizepicks NBA player props video. This one going to be breaking it down, giving you guys 5 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks. As always, if you haven't checked out Prizepicks, would highly recommend you check them out, guys. It is a player props website and app where you can win money off of picking the over and under on things like players' points, rebounds, assists, points, rebounds, assists, fantasy score, etc. Go ahead and use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100 today. Again, that's code KJK DFS. Go to lock that in, get that free money offer. You can also get access to my free money offer with the links down below in the description. And I do offer premium content. That is with those links down below in the description. If you have not become a KJK DFS premium content member, you are missing out. Some of these picks that I'm going to reveal in this video have already been bumped, and I would not be surprised in the least to see a lot more of them be bumped by the time I get this out. The VIP member package, you're going to get access to all of these picks first before the bumps. Early lock picks, you get access to picks for every single app, every single sport that I cover. Well worth the value. Check that out if you're not a VIP member package member. I don't know what you are doing, to be honest with you. I think it is a fantastic value. I'm going to teach you how to mix and match profit money. I already sent in a mix and match cheat sheet for every single one of these picks and how I'm going to be playing them, prioritizing them. You get access to all that stuff in the VIP, not to mention we have a great time, and there are some other very intelligent minds in there. We have a great community, so check that out. That's linked below in the description, and if you enjoy the content, would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Yesterday, we went 4-1. We got burnt on the Halliburton stat correction. It was looking like a 5-0 sweep, and then they took away a point. It was a situation where he was credited a free throw that he did not shoot. So, I mean, it just is what it is. The guy didn't get there. He didn't get the job done. I saw a lot of people really upset with the Prizepicks policies and how, you know, if it's not corrected within a half an hour after the game time, that they should be able to still count it as a win. But the bottom line is, guys, Halliburton let us down. He had multiple opportunities to hit multiple shots at the end of that game. He had like 2-3 shots in a row that he missed. He could have easily cleared his PRA. Obviously, if it's a pick that I'm confident in, I'm expecting him to clear the prop by more than 1. If he hits it by 1, that's fantastic. A win is a win, but the fact of the matter is Halliburton just didn't get the job done. We went 4-1 yesterday, though. Looking to stay on a roll, guys. Let's get this thing up to 200 likes, man. I had to take a break because my computer crashed. I'm back. I'm back. Those of you that have been watching my content for a while, I've been consistent on YouTube for a very long time, and unfortunately, I had some stuff happen to me that put me in a predicament where I couldn't put out content, so hit that like button. We went 4-1. You should have won plenty of money. It's free. It takes 2 seconds to really just help me out. So let's talk about it. Let's get into the important part, guys. Let's get into the picks here. We'll go game by game as we always do. And the first game I want to talk about is going to be the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Brooklyn Nets. We talked about this Brooklyn Nets defense yesterday with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Brooklyn has not been good in the half-court setting, in transition setting. Overall, they've been giving up a lot of points, and that's going to be a problem for them taking on the talent in Luka Doncic tonight. Looking at his shot attempts per game, he leads the entire league. 25.3 field goals attempted per game, 10.7 three-pointers attempted per game. He takes 7.7 free throws, shoots 87% from the line. He's shooting 50% from the field, only 25% from 3. That could go up a little bit, and that wouldn't hurt our feelings. But overall, he's shooting a ton. And as mentioned yesterday, this Brooklyn defense has not been good. So I'm going to be targeting Luka's points. Once again, this is a prop that did get bumped, unfortunately. I got him in at 31.5, but I cannot control that. There might be a few of these bumps that occur when I release the ticket on Twitter and stuff. You'll see what I got it locked in at. I'm still going to give the promotion here. I cannot control bumps. Sorry, but I do like the over 32.5 points here for Luka Doncic. We talked about it. This Brooklyn defense has not been good as far as their defense. The Dallas Mavericks have a 114 implied total. And the Brooklyn Nets rank 29th overall in the half-court setting in points per possession. And then we're looking at their transition defense as far as the Brooklyn Nets. They rank 24th overall in points per possession. So this Brooklyn defense is not been good, and I think Luka Doncic has a big scoring night tonight. Not to mention on major sports books, he was a hefty favorite to hit the over 31.5. Once again, he's got bumped up to 32.5 here. Slight juice on the under. I'm not worried about it whatsoever. We talked about it. Luka's leading the entire league as far as his shot volume, shots per game. And you look at his scoring efforts so far, he's put up 37, 32, 35 respectively. He would have only missed this prop one time by that 1 point. Once again, I got it in before the bump, but I cannot control it. But I'm still going to be rocking with the over here. Just a fantastic spot taking on this Brooklyn Nets defense that has been dreadful. So pick number 1, Going to be rocking with the over 32.5 points for Luka Doncic. That'll be pick number 1. Pick number 2, we're going to be sticking to targeting this Nets defense. They have not been good. And we're going to talk about Mr. Christian Wood. He's been coming off the bench as a 6-man. JaVale McGee's been starting. However, if you look at the minutes, they're really just barely starting JaVale McGee. And then Christian Wood's practically a starter, man, when you look at how many minutes he's been playing on the season as far as Christian Wood. They're going to start JaVale McGee, and the Christian Wizards come off the bench and play, 25, 24, 29 minutes last time out against the New Orleans Pelicans squad. I don't think that was a coincidence, by the way. I think that we're going to see his minutes start to creep up more and more. He's been phenomenal, man. Shot 8 for 10 from the field last time out, grabbed 6 boards, and his strengths really are scoring and rebounding. So I want to be targeting his points and rebound prop. You look at the rebounding opportunities for him on the season. On a per-game basis, Christian Wood getting 14 rebounding opportunities. Now, keep in mind, if his minutes tend to creep up or continue to creep up here, he's just going to get even more of those rebounding chances. 14 coming off the bench. We could see that climb up to, 20-plus rebounding opportunities. We've seen him grab down 8, 12, 6 rebounds as far as his points, 25, 25, and 23 points. He's been phenomenal, man. He's the wingman that Luka Doncic really does need. And then when we're looking at the putbacks allowed in the half-court setting by this Brooklyn defense, once again, not good, man. They rank 25th in the entire league in points per miss as far as the putbacks. So they're bottom 5 in the league as far as putbacks allowed to opposing bigs, or just in general, putbacks. So I think Christian Wood's going to get a lot of points here, a lot of rebounds. We talked about that weak Brooklyn Nets defense. This is a phenomenal spot for him. So pick number 2, we are going to be targeting the over 26.5 points and rebounds for Christian Wood. Love this spot for him. We were on this last time. I'm not sure if I released a video for it. Actually, yes, I did. Yes, last time we were on this, that was the first time I had come back. He hit the over pretty easily. And I do think he continues to do so tonight with this 26.5 points and rebounds line. And once again, he's favored on sportsbooks. No surprise. I mean, my research doesn't always agree with sportsbooks. The sportsbooks lines are a nice little bonus. But everything's backed up by data here. He is a minus 120 favorite. Hit this over. I do think there's a good chance, maybe he goes out there and grabs 12 boards like he did that game before. Maybe he goes out there and drops 30 points. Regardless, those are the 2 strength categories that he provides. He scores and he gets those rebounds. So pick number 2. Like the over 26.5 points and rebounds for Christian Wood. That'll be pick number 2 here. Pick number 3, we're going to be kicking it on down to the Memphis Grizzlies, taking on the Sacramento Kings, the last game of the slate, because this game comes in with a 236 over-under. It is a 3.5-point spread in favor of the Memphis Grizzlies. This game's expected to be very fast-paced. It's expected to fly. When we're looking at the pace of these teams so far on the season, the Sacramento Kings rank 4th in the entire league in pace, with a 103.33 pace metric. The Memphis Grizzlies are 19th, so it's going to be a nice pace-up matchup for them. And I expect this one to be an absolute track meet filled with some fantasy goodness that we could be taking advantage of. It all starts on the Memphis Grizzlies side with Ja Morant. We talked about Luka Doncic's shot attempts. Well, Ja Morant's right there as far as the field goals attempted per game in the season as well. He's shooting 21 times per game, shooting 54% from the field, 60% from behind the arc as well. He's been in fuego from behind the arc. He's also getting to the free throw line 10.8 times per game. That leads the entire NBA as far as free throws attempted per game. So Ja Morant's doing it all as far as the scoring category. And we once again have a situation where the Sacramento Kings defense has not been good. We talked about the Brooklyn Nets defense, really, really bad. Sacramento, not much better. They rank 22nd in the league in points per possession as far as the half-court setting. And then when we're looking at their transition settings, or their transition ratings, I should say, as far as this Sacramento defense, not exactly the greatest either. We're pulling up the transition defense. They are 18th in the entire league in points per possession there. So pretty much bottom 10 in the league in transition and half-court setting as far as their defense is concerned. I think we can see Ja really take advantage of that tonight and score some points. Once again, I would not be surprised to see this line bump. If it does, I'm sorry. I got it in at 30.5 here. De'Aaron Fox is another guy that we're going to talk about next that I think might bump. But pick number 3 here. Like the over 30.5 points for Ja Morant. We talked about it. The shot volume's there. The defense has been atrocious for the Sacramento Kings. This is going to be a fast up-tempo game environment. The Grizzlies have a 119.75 implied team total. Expect a lot of those points to be coming from Ja Morant tonight. So pick number 3 going to be rocking with the over 30.5 points here for Ja Morant. Pick number 4, just kind of mentioned him, running it back on the other side. We got another guy that's been shooting a ton in Mr. De'Aaron Fox. You look at the field goals attempted per game for De'Aaron Fox as far as where he ranks in the entire league. Right there with Ja in the top 10. 21.3 field goals attempted per game. He's shooting 45% from behind the arc. Pretty much 60% from the field. And 4.7 free throws attempted per game. We can see those free throws climb up a little bit. That would not hurt our feelings. But regardless, his line's a little bit lower than Ja here, 25.5. Really do like this. I'm continuing to see the juice climb on major sports books as far as the over here. I am not surprised by that. I think this is a great spot by him. We're looking at the latest odds. He's now a minus 135 favorite at this 25.5 line to hit the over for his points. And I really like him to do so. Once again, on the other side, the Memphis Grizzlies have not been good. They are dead last in the entire NBA. 30th overall in points per possession allowed in the half-court setting. And then when we're looking at their transition ranking as far as the points they're giving up in the transition setting, Memphis does rank 21st overall in points per possession in transition. So allowing points in half-court, allowing those points in transition, all the above. Once again, similar to Ja, we're going to be running it back on the other side with the other guy that takes a ton of shots and leads his team in usage in De'Aaron Fox. I really do like this pick here. I like the over 25.5 points here for De'Aaron Fox. That's going to be pick number 4 here. And pick number 5, rounding things out. We talked about the guy on the Dallas Mavericks that gets a lot of buckets and rebounds. There's another guy on the Sacramento Kings that has a very similar role. That guy's Domantas Sabonis. Looking at his potential rebounds per game as far as his rebounding chances on the season, he is averaging 19 rebounding chances per game on the season. We saw his minutes get cut down way lower than what they have been the last time out. However, I think that was in large part due to the back-to-back and Golden State. I think the big size, that's a trend I've been noticing, by the way, just a little food for thought. Teams are going small against Golden State, so I've been seeing some bigs get a little bit lesser minutes against that Golden State lineup. It's kind of a little mental note for me and yourselves. But we still saw him put up 19 points and 14 rebounds in very limited minutes, and that's what Domantas Sabonis is capable of doing. He's going to get buckets. He's going to get rebounds. He's typically been playing in the mid-30s. He should see back up into those mid-30s in this matchup against Memphis. Down low, banging bodies with Steven Adams, Sandy Aldama, etc. And we talked about the Christian Wood points and rebounds prop. Want to be targeting that as well with Domantas Sabonis. And then lastly, when we're looking at the defensive as far as the putbacks allowed, points per miss, etc., we talked about the Brooklyn side really struggling. When we're looking at the Memphis Grizzlies, they rank 27th in the entire league in points per miss. And plays per miss, they rank 29th in the entire league. So they're giving up a lot of extra rebounds on the offensive glass. They're 28th overall in offensive rebounding percentage given up to opposing bigs. Trailing just the Brooklyn Nets, 29th overall in the league, and the New York Knicks, 30th in the league. So a lot of putbacks, man. Not good defense. Another, I think, really, really good spot for another points in rebounds prop here for a guy that gets a lot of points, a lot of rebounds in Mr. Domantas Sabonis. So pick number 5. Going to be rocking with the over 28.5 points and rebounds for Domantas Sabonis. And that is my 5 picks to get you winning some money on Prizepicks in the NBA tonight, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. You can run this as a 5-man. You can mix and match it. Whatever you want to do. You can run 2-mans if you want to mitigate your risk. If you go for the big 5-man every single one of my videos and it doesn't go a perfect 5-0 every time and you get mad, well, that is your fault because you're playing a very high-risk, high-reward type of play. 5-mans are fun, man, but you're playing high risk. If you want to learn how to mix and match, mitigate your risk, learn how to profit on all apps, I'd highly recommend you check out the premium content packages. That's linked below in the description. Especially the VIP, man. It's worth it. I've heard so many people say it's $49.99 a month. They join, they make their money back the first day, man. I mean, the value and the lessons that you're going to learn in this package and the amount of hours I put in. I work like 12 hours a day, grinding research, video content, graphics, etc., yada, yada, all these things that I do. If you were to pay someone an hourly wage, it'd be a lot more than $50 per month for what I do. So it's well worth it, guys. Check that out. And that's all for me. Wishing you all the best of luck on your NBA props in the NBA tonight. And we will see you in the next one.